Check out this incredible case study where we show you how to take your Google Map ranks from looking something like this to this. How do we do it? Well, it's a simple audit called a false competition audit. A false competition audit identifies and reports fake, old, and keyword stuffed listings in Google Maps. For this case study, we picked a listing at random called The Key. The Key is a home healthcare service business, and we decided to look at the keywords for home healthcare, in-home care, and personal care. All three of these keywords had a lot of false competition built into the ranks, so we went in and cleaned it up. These scans were done on 7/6/2024 at 3:21 p.m. Now I'm going to rerun these scans live so you can see that there's no lies being created, no fabrications. And I'm going to show you the true before and after effects of what a false competition can do in a short period of time. Alright, so let us go to run scan again. Let's run this keyword as well. And let's run this last keyword here. Alright, so while this cooks, let me talk to you a little more about false competition audits, what to expect. Did I misclick something? Yeah, I did. We need to do personal care as well. So one of them got rerun twice by mistake. Alright, so false competition audits are simply this. It's an audit to go out and look at your competition in Google Maps to identify if they are fake listings, old listings, keyword stuff listings, lead gen, rank and rent, any garbage listing that shouldn't be competing against you, clogging up your ranks. They're identified and then report to Google to see if Google will remove the listings for you. It's recommended to do this at least once a month because the issue generally never goes away, and for every listing that you have to compete against, it's just less market share for your business. Let's see, did these run yet? Not yet. Alright. Other things to keep in mind when doing a false competition audit. Google is the one who accepts the reports. Therefore, no one, including us, can guarantee any removal of any one listing. Anyone claiming that, hey, I guarantee you I can remove X listing in Google Maps is lying. No one can do that except for Google. What they can do, and what we do, is we can identify a listing that, based on past data and indicators, we believe is in violation of Google's terms of services, and we believe there's a strong chance Google will accept the report. But I've seen in the past the most obvious of fake listings. We're talking a listing behind a dumpster, behind a tree, and Google just doesn't take it down. It's very bizarre, but it does happen. So, end of the day, Google is going to be the one who makes the final call on what gets removed. Now, our data also has shown that when it comes to removing listings in Google Maps, maybe they don't agree with you month 1, but maybe they do month 2. Alright, so let's see the before and after effects here. So, personal care. Let's take a look here. Personal care, in-home care, home health care. One second as I try to pull up a comparison here. Let's see here. Okay, here we go. Cool. Perfect. So we do have positive movement everywhere. So the biggest movement is on home healthcare. So they jump from a 1.78% of share of local voice to a 4.14. Now keep in mind, this is in a very short period of time, and this is map pack growth. This is really powerful stuff. Their overall average also went up. So in case you're not familiar with the scoring systems for Local Falcon, the higher the share of local voice number, the better the score. So going from 1 to 4 is a really good jump. And then the lower the number for ARP and ATRP, which is average rankings, the better. So we went from a 9 to an 8, went from 11 to a 9, went from a 1 to a 4. So this is all positive movement. Now we also have personal care. That went from a 10 to an 8 and 12 to a 10. So there was positive movement there. No movement into the map pack, but that's okay. There was positive progression though. And then in home care, we went from a 13 to a 12 and a 16 to a 14. Once again, no map pack percentage increase, but there's still positive movement. So that just goes to show you the power of what a false competition audit can do for you in a very short period of time. Don't sleep on this audit. This audit is game changing. Once this audit is in place for your business or your agency, you have such a stronger jump pad to then use SEO and other techniques to increase your market share. Before we close this video, let me actually show you the grid scans themselves. The grid scans are always awesome to look at. So let's look at home healthcare for a second. Give me one sec as I set this up for you. Alright, so this is home healthcare. And once again, we're not trying to hide anything. You know, this is not our client. Here is the timestamp. So here's the keyword. Everything is in broad daylight to show you the before and after. And we see through our audit, the percentage of nodes in the map pack did indeed jump in a very short period of time. This is crazy. It's crazy because it's a white hat technique. This is nothing Google doesn't want done. This is nothing shady. This is exactly what Google wants. They want people policing their own platform and reporting listings that shouldn't exist. And when you do that, the results speak for themselves. Let's just look at the last two keywords just to show you what's going on there as well. It's crazy stuff. It's really crazy stuff. All right. So, personal care. So we spoke about how ARP and ATRP went up. Share of local voice didn't go up, but that's just because it didn't really have much of a presence in Google Maps for the top 3 positions to begin with for this keyword. But the overall average rankings did go up, and that's huge. Once again, this was done on July 6th, 3:21 p.m. And just a few moments ago, we reran the scans again. I didn't show it in the beginning, but just so you see that I'm not manipulating anything. What time is it now? Show you, hey, it is indeed around the time that I reran these scans. It's 10:23 a.m. on Sunday, July 7th. All right, and then last scan real quick before we go. I'm going to show you this last keyword we talked about. All right, this one is in-home care. So once again, July 6th, 3:21 p.m. we ran a scan. Here's the average rankings, and we can clearly see there is improvement to the map pack, or not the map pack, but the overall map ranks. So they moved from an ARP of 1360 and 1680 up to a 1246 and 1459, and you can clearly see on the left-hand side there was only the best note here was a 5, and now we see a 5 and a bunch of 6s and a 7 as well. So once again, by doing false competition audits every month, you set yourself up for a stronger starting position to then do SEO tactics, content creation, link building, what have you. Let me know if you have any other questions, comments, concerns. Reach out to localbusinessprotection.com and we can set this up for you as well. Thanks.